Hello, folks. I am Takamasak, and welcome back to Days of Triviamas, with such favorites as Ye Old Parchment, Scorpion Hat, and Dilapidated Tree. It's Oh, I thought the ball fell off again. It has a tendency to do that ever since I ripped it off last episode. So my choices are safe, or safe and falling off, or perfectly secure but will murder me in the face. So I don't know what to do with that. I guess it's long enough. Like, I'm not sure if this thing is supposed to stand straight up. I don't think that is possible because it's actually. This ball makes it a little too top heavy. I'm not going to mess with it. It's just a hat. I don't care. I got it at Five Below, so whatever. Probably not anything I'm going to wear the rest of the year. So let us bust open Ye Old Parchment and see what we have today. Uh, this one only has this one only has 5 questions, but apparently they're all broken down to an A, B, C, like that, like bullet points, kind of. I don't know. When was this? See if I can find a date here. No, oh God. This says 2/13/13, but I have a feeling that yeah, this isn't quite that old. But let's just jump right into it once again. God, this thing is so unsafe. All right, so the first question we have, it's just a section called V stuff. So all of these answers will start with a V. Makes sense. So the first one, 1A, is name one country, and that one's, I think that's easy. I don't know if there are more than one. Um, kind like the second one is kind of, but it's more of a city, I guess. I don't know if it's technically its own country. But yeah, I think one is easy. Challenge yourself to see if you can get more on that one because that one just sounds easy. Two birds that. Oh, this one doesn't start with a V. It has two birds that have a V in it. I I can't think of any off the top of my head. For the car fanatics, the two car makers or two of the car makers that begin with V. That one's not too bad. Just well, that's easy for me, I suppose. Cow meat. That starts with V. That is your clue. Cow meat. Two diet lifestyles. I, Fairly interesting, I suppose. That again, I don't think that one's too difficult because. Okay, I'm gonna try to stop giving hints and such here. So, two states that have a V. So I don't, there's again, I keep wanting to like do them in my head, but I don't want to accidentally give anything away. Number two just says W. W. I guess you can, yeah. So again, just like the last one, all of these will, most of these start with W, and another one has like there's a W in this. So 2A, sorry, I'm still trying to get rid of this lemur in my throat. Excuse me. So 2A is a two-section answer, and they both start with W. This is a popular hidden object book where there's just a mass of stuff on the book, and you gotta find such and such on the page. B, your clue is monkey or Alan. Starts with a W. So 2C is A words, well worded by me, A words that starts with the W sound, but doesn't start with W. So it starts with a W, but isn't. Oh, okay, I understand. So it starts with W, but doesn't actually start with a W. Um, leukocytes or plasma. Probably a little tricky. And E is 5 animals that start with W. Fair enough. I kind of like this one so far. Um, I don't have any memory of making this one whatsoever. Let's see. The third section is X dot dot dot. No one likes X dot dot dot. Okay. so so A is 5 words with an X, but does not have an E, an I, or a U. Again, try not to use plurals or anything like that, or just use one of the same. Well, the only one that came to mind, I don't think I'd be able to do that anyway. The second part of X is an animal that, when you put a new letter in front of it, becomes a new animal. So you have an animal with an X in it. You place another letter at the front of that animal, and it becomes an entirely different animal. So, what is the original animal, and what is the animal that is the secondary animal? So, the third part of that question, words having X using no plurals. So, you need a 9, 10, 11, and 12 letter word that have X's. I never really understood if hyphens are okay. Like if it was a 4 or 5 letter word, would X-ray, if you did X hyphen RAY, is that considered a 4 letter word or 5 letter word? But anyway, I don't think that's clearly not long enough to get 9, 10, 11, or 12. If I didn't say so again, no plurals with that. And the last part of X is a term used to measure agility or nimbleness. That contains, I don't know if nimbleness is a word, but it is in my language. So apparently I was just going through the last, okay, I see what's, yeah. I was going V, W, X, Y, and then Z will be at the end. So for the Y section, I have Y, ask why. Oh, I was so clever back in the day. What happened? So the first part, animal or talk too much. That is your first question. And B is a number with a Y. Why would I put that? That's not too difficult. You could probably name endless numbers with a Y, and there's only one. So there you go. There's a gimme. If you haven't gotten any correct, then, well, there's your one correct answer. And then the third section of that is 3 words beginning and ending in Y. That's a little more clever. Uh, D, one country starting with Y. You kind of see. I mentioned in I think the first episode I did this, like, hey, there's a lot of geography stuff, and we do a lot of geography stuff. Or we used to back in the day. If this was the 2013 one, I guess that makes sense. Almost 2012. And then that's it for the Y section, and the final section is, I guess, a little bit shorter. It says Z and stuff. Again, not too much on the cleverness. So the first section of Z and stuff, 4 words that use, God, 4 word with 2Z, 2Z, 4 word, I'm going to read this exactly how it is. 4 word with 2ZZ together, no dash ing, dash ed, dash er, dash s endings. If you want me to translate that into human speak, you need to find 4 words that don't end in ieg, ed, er, and s, and obviously the 2 z's have to be together. And well, I guess that's it. It seemed a little more rough in my head when I read this because it's all just like right in the corner because I ran out of room. The second part of Z is a car brand with a Z. And then, what is... Oh, okay, that's kind of a minutia. Finally hit a minutia question. I was hoping I could get through one episode without... So, I don't know if I could make up one on the spot. That's a little more difficult to do. Name... I don't know. Just go back to the pro sports. No, more cars. No, just go back to like, I don't know. See if you can name 3 pro sports teams with a Z or something like that. Make your own challenge there. So the Jesus. So the prize is, oh God. So they're these are kind of minutia. There was a lady that she's one of the managers. I think she still is, and her mom had brought in some scones. Just I don't know. I guess she wanted something to do. It was really nice. She made some pretty good scones actually. And then the punishment for only getting one correct is she would eat the scone that was meant for you. So, oh, ate my scone. Um, two is you get one. Not I don't know how to word this one. You get like a free something of pretty much zero value. Just I'm gonna skip that one. You guys again, maybe somebody else in the comments in the year 2020 will have a little better of a prize for that. Three or four is you get to have a ride. Sorry, I just bumped the chair. You get to have a ride in this thing. How best to explain it? It's like a tower type thing. This thing is 2 stories tall, maybe 2.5. What it does is it holds these really heavy like table things, and it sends them back, and it like raises it up, and then stores it like way in a different shelf, so it kind of organizes all this stuff. Uh, so your prize is a ride in that, which would be most likely fatal. So I don't know why you would really want to ride in that. And five is a trip to a trip to this kind of like city in my state that it doesn't seem like anybody really wants to go to for some reason. Uh, I don't want to say because I don't want to like dispromote any city or anything like that. And then it says this trip is will be fully funded by your future bonus checks. So I don't think there are any good prizes in this. Maybe a ride in that machine if you weren't to be murdered at the end of the ride or fall 2 stories to your death. Um, yeah. So not the best of prizes this time. I think I probably could have come up with something clever. I like this list better than the other ones. I think it's a little more fun with the letter themes. But well, I suppose that's it for now. This one it feels kind of short, but it's in so many. I guess if you were to 6, 11, 15. I guess there'd be like 21 questions if you broke it down into how I usually do it. But well, there you go. There's another the fourth X days at Trivia Miss. I will retire ye old parchment. Tried to put it on the chair, fell straight to the floor. And that'll be it for this episode. So this is Takamasak, and I'll see you later.